Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source. When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 87 to 90, partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then Friday, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the area and a high of 86 to 88. Saturday will be mostly sunny, high on Saturday 86 to 88. Then Sunday will have a blend of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. High on Sunday 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org. BatFest 2020 is going to look a little different this year due to health and safety guidelines. Luby Bat Conservancy will not host the traditional Florida Bat Festival our community has come to love. Instead, Luby is offering virtual and in-person events each Wednesday in October at 11 a.m. Enjoy conservation from the couch, where Luby will host live chats on their Facebook and Instagram pages. On October 24th, there will be a new live stream each hour from 11 to 3. Also on the 24th, Luby will hold the in-person quarantine level endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon and Bat Appreciation Day at Blackadder Brewing Company from 11 to 3. Luby staff will be available to discuss all things bat, including bat house building demonstrations. Visit luby.org/batfest for more information.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
WOCA. Ocala.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman report.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
WOCA. Ocala.
Last week in the WOCA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by McCarson Electric, proudly serving Marion County for over 30 years. McCarson Electric for all of your commercial, industrial, and residential needs. Call McCarson Electric at 352-812-4486. The Westport Wolfpack fell to 2-1 in their loss to the Knights. decent kick,
Good
end
punt.
over end. Rucker's going to catch it on the fly at his own 45. He stutter
got an
steps.
opening.
He's going to run by Seidel, and then he jumps and jukes. He's got one man to beat. To the end zone, touchdown, Trevante Rucker.
And that's why he's going to Florida.
This week, the Wolfpack are back home as they face the Lake Weir Hurricanes. It's the high school football game of the week, presented by McCarson Electric. Pregame starts at 6:30, kickoff is at 7. So join me, Galen Unold, and John Ivory for the high school football game of the week, Lake Weir at Westport. And you can hear it all right here on WOCA, The Source.
WOCA.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
WOCA.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Welcome back to the show, AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. Broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. 74 degrees out there as it's warmed up now just a bit. We're looking for a high near 90, 88 to 90 for your high today. Mostly sunny skies. So what little bit of chance they said for 20% chance of shower or isolated thunderstorm for the afternoon has gone away, as they're talking about today. Just mostly sunny, but a little less humidity and everything else. As tonight, partly cloudy, low around 65. And then we can see some patchy fog tomorrow morning to end out the week. Lots of sunshine, high near 88 as well. And then Friday night's low 65 too. So tomorrow's weather for the Donald Trump campaign and rally is looking phenomenal. For it. No rain in the forecast for it at all, which is going to be really good. And one of the other events that's going to be taking place is the idea of the Biketoberfest, which starts today in Daytona Beach, as despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, tens of thousands of people are expected to roll into the world's most famous beach for a Biketoberfest. Biketoberfest, the annual tradition, begins at Daytona Beach today, Thursday. As many came ahead of the official start of Biketoberfest, which is slated to look a little different this year due to COVID-19. As in the mention of Daytona Beach, city leaders did not approve any permits for Biketoberfest, while places like Ormond Beach and New Smyrna did approve permits. The city of Daytona Beach did not, due to the ongoing pandemic, says city leaders felt like it was just too much of a public health risk. That means there will not be the usual tents and outdoor bars and music like in the past, but bikers can still come and do businesses while they can still fill at full capacity because of Florida's fully loosening any restrictions that were in place for bars and restaurants. As the revving engines sound like music to the ears of Robert Bernetti, who is a general manager of the Shores and Resort and Spa, saying, quote, "There is already bikes rolling into town. I'm getting the feeling that this is still going to be a pretty busy weekend," and saying despite no special event permits being used in Daytona for this event, Bernetti is confident many will be coming regardless. So with that saying, quote, "Many," as they say, so maybe you don't get 125,000 people like you normally do. Maybe you get 80,000 people. Maybe you get 60,000 people. That is still going to sell out the hotels. Says last year he recalls they sold out. This year he said they're about 40% away from doing just that. It says, but believes that they will get there later in the week for the other capacity for the hotels. It says in a far cry from where they were back in April, with only 10% of their rooms filled. People aren't booking aren't booking it as far out as they like to in the past, Bernetti said. He says he believes another factor in conclusion, while the city of Daytona Beach is not issuing permits for this event, New Smyrna Beach and Ormond Beach both are. Saying, quote, it's part of the reason that we are maybe a little bit behind because people really don't know what is happening. Who says that they've been fielding many questions by phone. It says permits or not, he believes nice weather will draw the bikers, especially now that bars and restaurants are fully open. As for the Volusia County Health Department, they are recommending people mask up, stay apart. 113 people tested positive for COVID-19 over the weekend. Health Department officials said Volusia's positivity rate has remained stable. Bernetti said they're going to do all they can to keep their visitors safe while they're inside the resort, saying, I think everybody's intentions are good, but you can't, have, as proven, you can't control people's behavior in all cases. So people have to make the decisions whether or not they're willing to take that step. Without permits, there will be no extra outside bars and stages in Daytona Beach. However, bar and restaurant owners will still be allowed to fill their businesses up to full capacity, as there will also be no fines issued for not wearing a mask per the governor's order. So a little bbit on the information there that's coming through and through to the idea of still getting on your bike in this nice weather and riding, with the idea of Biketoberfest, as that starts today in Daytona Beach. And as they say, already some bikers have begun to arrive and look forward to it. And on the heels of what it means for the difference in how it looks with COVID, there's kind of like we mentioned, like we've been saying on the show, and the idea if you still feel the way the virus is, kind of don't go. If you do go, to the idea of personal responsibility of the crazy mask wearing, the social distancing, and the hand sanitizing. Yeah. Which I got to say, by the way, I thought the whole mask idea was that if you wear a mask, it's because or if you couldn't social distance, if you couldn't be 6 feet apart, you wear a mask. And then it was this idea that, you got to do both. And I got to tell you, for some companies, what I heard through this week is some companies who have been dealing with this, obviously, since the changes that have come through since March, that are still following these phases and guidelines of what it means to maintain social distancing and everything in order to maintain the running of their business. And it's so difficult to do so. And when you think about it, it's to the idea that to get everybody on the same page with it, you have to communicate the idea that if somebody is less than 6 feet, a friend of mine was telling at this company that they always shout it out to you to tell everybody as a reminder. So everybody becomes a Gestapo on the idea of staying 6 feet. And it's just difficult to do anything, because when you think about just walking by somebody, it could be an issue of being too close to them that could actually get, and has gotten, a lot of people reprimanded at their place of business and work as they're just trying to make a living, but now dealing with all these phases and guidelines. And then at the same time too is when you're asked up 6 feet, when you are 6 feet, it's just like a reiteration of I don't know. It's just, like I said, it just doesn't feel logical. And if you're already wearing a mask, then what's the deal? But nonetheless, it's just a little heavy. And they might see the difference there, like we said, in the Biketoberfest due to COVID-19 as well. Now, everything else that's kind of hit, the pandemic hitting everything in industry, as we mentioned with the hotels, and the idea of what's expected for events like Biketoberfest, is the idea of travel. And then we've mentioned a little bit there, a little bit more into the idea of what's going on with the airline industry. Is it came out just a few days ago that Delta Airlines reported a $5.4 billion quarterly loss, illustrating just how the pandemic is just absolutely pummeling the airlines. As this was brought up 2 days ago, that Delta Airlines posted a massive $5.4 billion loss for the quarter that ended at September 30th. Results showing how the coronavirus pandemic is wrecking the airline industry, as Delta, the first of the largest airlines to report earnings for the quarter, said it plans to take additional steps, cut its losses, and conserve its remaining cash, including including retiring 400 aircraft by 2025 and delaying taking new planes, which goes full circle with the idea of manufacturing those airplanes and the businesses that do that, and so on and so forth, the jobs that come into play with that. Though its losses are staggering, the company said it still has a $21.6 billion in reserve to try to get through this crisis. As mentioned, while our September quarter crash results demonstrate the magnitude of the pandemic of our business, we have encouraged as more customers travel, we are seeing a path of progressive improvement to the revenues, which they say is absolutely important, and to the idea of financial results and daily cash burn. As they mentioned and added that the actions they're taking now to take care of our people, simply our fleet, improve the customer experience, and strengthen the brand will allow Delta to accelerate into post-COVID-19 recovery. More AM Ocala Live coming your way back after this.
Claims for the week that ends October 10th. The continuing claims came in at 10.018 million. That is a little bit better than expected. Since the pandemic, about 64 million claims that have been filed since mid-March.
Fox Business Network's Cheryl Casoni. A New York Post story about files from Joe Biden's son Hunter's computer is blocked from being shared on Twitter.
GOP lawmakers accusing the company of censorship. CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted, "Our communication around our actions on the New York Post article was not great, and blocking URL sharing via tweet or DM with zero context as to why we're blocking, unacceptable."
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. Joe Biden and President Trump hold separate televised town halls tonight, with the scheduled debate between them canceled because the president wouldn't do it remotely. America's listening to Fox News.
Wouldn't it be great if everything came with more? Like if your new computer came with unlimited tech support. When you choose a Medicare plan from United Healthcare, you get more. Like plans that have dental and vision coverage, plus hearing coverage. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-364-1360 to get Medicare with more. Remember, Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th.
Benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. More plans based on a year-over-year comparison of United Healthcare plans.
Walgreens has always been there to help make your health care easier. From making sure you have the prescriptions you need to answering any questions you have about them. Now, we're here to help make Medicare easier too. Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans, including United Healthcare, which can mean copays as low as $0 for you. Talk to a Walgreens pharmacist today. Walgreens, we make Medicare easy. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs when enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Walgreens accepts other plans.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
A beginner's guide to transplanting your plants. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
This is my farm, and on it I'm raising corn. I'm raising soybeans, and sometimes wheat. I'm raising chickens, and a few horses. I'm raising catfish and crappies down at the pond. But above all that, before everything else, I'm raising my kids.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
Hey, I'm Rodeo Clown J.J. Harrison. Now, if you've ever seen me in the arena, you know I like to have fun, take chances. But I also take safety very seriously, because rodeo clowning can be dangerous, but so can farming and ranching. Never assume location of depth of underground utilities or pipelines. Before you start work, always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com. It only takes a minute, and it can save your life.
Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
After you start your seeds and sprout your seedlings, the next step is transplanting your plants into your garden. There are a few ways to prepare to do this so your plants survive and thrive. Timing is everything. First, make sure to check the first and last frost dates and find the right location where the plants will go. Prepare garden beds ahead of time and test the soil. The best way to decide whether or not your plant is big enough to go outside is to look at the number of true leaves. The general rule to follow is that a seedling is big enough to go outside when it has 3 to 4 true leaves. One of the most important parts of preparing to transplant your plants is the hardening off process. This is when you will introduce your plants to life outside. Hardening off takes time. Each day you have to move your plants outside, then back inside. Start this process about 10 to 14 days before you plan to put your plants into the ground. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Hey, you want to do something different this week? Well, get out of the house and take a walk in a gorgeous 5.5-acre garden. The place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, centrally located, but away from all the traffic in southeast Ocala. In this spot, you're showered with hundreds of yard and garden ideas, all at prices that just can't be beat. This week, Bob is featuring roses, and he's got plenty of them. Drift and knockout roses in the big number 4 size, regularly selling for $30, are half-priced at $14.99. He has those popular fragrant tea and hybrid climbing roses. They're just $32.99. And his heirloom camellias, they're all fall clearance price too. These budded and blooming sun-loving beauties start at just $12.99. Looking for a BOGO? Gorgeous plumbago, buy one, get one free. Go to BobWinesCameliaGardens.net and check the ad. Then head on over to Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Any day this week and take a stroll through this 5-acre garden in the same blooming place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 87 to 90, partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then Friday, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the area and a high of 86 to 88. Saturday will be mostly sunny, high on Saturday 86 to 88. Then Sunday will have a blend of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. High on Sunday 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org. BatFest 2020 is going to look a little different this year due to health and safety guidelines. Luby Bat Conservancy will not host the traditional Florida Bat Festival our community has come to love. Instead, Luby is offering virtual and in-person events each Wednesday in October at 11 a.m. Enjoy conservation from the couch, where Luby will host live chats on their Facebook and Instagram pages. On October 24th, there will be a new live stream each hour from 11 to 3. Also on the 24th, Luby will hold the in-person quarantine level endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon and Bat Appreciation Day at Blackadder Brewing Company from 11 to 3. Luby staff will be available to discuss all things bat, including bat house building demonstrations. Visit luby.org/BatFest for more information.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community on top of the world. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
WOCA. Ocala. WOCA. Ocala.
Welcome back. AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, broadcasting to you live from the Panic Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. As we say good morning to you. It's beautiful out there. Lots of sunshine. Very few clouds, too. 74 degrees. 74 degrees out there, mostly sunny, and we're expecting a high near 89 today. And then, like we said, low of 65 for tonight. A little chilly. Nah, see, that's where I beg to differ. I don't think that's chilly. I think that's cool. That catch was cool. It rolled off the table, and I caught it. As we welcome you to the show here, 10 minutes after the top of the 10 o'clock hour. And with that being said, I got Joe in the studio here.
Good morning again. I'm back. Boy, we had some grumblings.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got to sip my water this morning.
His pinky went up.
And it's automatic. And we had gremlins, and our phones went, but some worked, some didn't, some went. So we had the technical guy came in, he said, you need this, this, and this. So we got one this, and what's this? So we're short 2 dishes, but the main phones are all working now. So thank you very much.
Bada boom, bada boom.
And he says, well, the power switcher here is because of this. And after power switcher, I was going, blah, 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 blah. So anyway.
The specs on the rotary girder needed to be flanged to an eighth or 10 millimeters near the
thingamajig wasn't working.
The socket of the Johnson spectral rod next to the
Johnson out of this.
Next to the.
Okay. Now,
that's a good lead. That's a good segue. That keeping it a little bit light here for this Thursday as we say good morning to you. We got some good stuff for you. Joe's got some fun stuff here.
Oh, yeah. Important facts. Yeah, make sure you hear me. Important facts to remember. Here we go. There's 9 of them for old people. Number 9. We'll go from 9 all the way down. Death is the number 1 killer in the world. Life is sexually transmitted. Good health is merely the slowest possible sugar. Good health is merely the slowest possible rate at which one can die. Number 6, men have 2 motivations, hunger and hanky-panky, and they can't tell them apart. If you see a gleam in your eye, run, or make them a sandwich. Give a person a fish, and you can feed them for a day. Teach a person to use the internet, and they won't bother you for weeks, months, maybe years, unless you give them your email address.
That goes back to one of my favorite shows, The Office, is they're doing like an ethics course. You know how corporate business is like, we got to do an ethics meeting, right? And she's like, well, it's good ethics that if you're getting up more than 3 times to go to the water cooler, that's time theft. And then, basically if you take toilet paper or erasers or pencils, and the one guy, he's the accountant, he's a smart dude, and he's like, come on, this is just petty shoplifting rules. Like real ethics is different. And they start having an open forum, and he goes, let's everybody just talk about some ethics stuff. He's like, how about YouTube? When I found and discovered YouTube, I didn't work for like 3 days.
When I found out that you can learn how to fix something with YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And it has saved me.
Yeah.
It has saved me more times than not. But I never use. If you're going to look for one thing, you look for 3 of them, 3 different people. Never take the first one because.
Now, let me ask you that with somebody who's in broadcasting. Did you ever think, well, if I'm going to fix this and I know what I'm doing, I might share this with the world and go ahead and record myself and put it on YouTube? I thank everybody who does it. Like when I changed the heater valve on my one Ford Explorer, I pulled up videos and I got real specific, and there was a video specifically about that part.
But not electric.
No. And that's where I'm like,
Well, I'm saying liability. Well, I looked at a YouTube and he said I could do this, and look. No.
Exactly, yeah.
So, if you put a disclaimer in the front, I'm not liable for anything you do, I'm just showing you what I do, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Health nuts are going to feel stupid someday, laying in a hospital dying of nothing. I know, I got another list you're going to love.
Health nuts. When you said that, preface made it sound like the cereal Grape Nuts. What's the deal with grape nuts? No grapes, no nuts.
That's it. All of us, number 3, all of us could take a lesson from the weather. It pays no attention to sarcasm or criticism or any of the above. Number 2, in the 60s, I remember that people took LSD to make the world weird. Now the world is weird, and people take Prozac to make it normal.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad, but true.
Number 1, life is like a jar of jalapenos. What you do today may be a burning issue tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Now, this is 1 through 13. I can go through these. Nice. This is a recipe for a perfect marriage by none other than Red Skelton. For those who know, most of the people that listen know who Red Skelton is. If your grandkids, your great-grandkids are listening, Red Skelton was a clean comedian. He's been in a lot of movies. You can go look it up, Google it, and what have you, watch some of his old movies. He actually had the Red Skelton Show back in the 50s and 60s. He was a funny man, but he was clean. So this is his perfect recipe for marriage. 2 times a week, he says, we go to a nice restaurant, have a little beverage, good food, and companionship. She goes on Tuesdays, and I go on Fridays. We also sleep in separate beds. Hers is in California, mine is in Texas. Number 3, I take my wife everywhere, but she keeps finding her way back. Number 4, I asked my wife where she wants to go for our anniversary. Somewhere I haven't been in a long time, she said. So I suggested the kitchen. Well, number 5, we always hold hands. If I let go, she shops. Number 6, she has an electric blender, electric toaster, electric bread maker. She said there's too many gadgets and no place to sit. So I bought an electric chair.
Jeez.
My wife told me the car wasn't running well because there was water in the carburetor. I asked her, well, where's the car? She said, in the lake. Now remember, this is from the 50s, so thank you. Number 8, she got a mud pack, and it looked great for 2 days. Then the mud fell off. All right, yeah. Number 9, she ran after the garbage truck, yelling, am I too late for the garbage? The driver says, no, jump in. Remember, this is number 10. Remember, marriage is the number 1 cause of divorce. 11, I miss Miss Wright. I just didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost screwed it up. I married Miss Wright. I just didn't know her first name was always. All right. Number 12. Number 12, I hadn't spoken to my wife in 18 months. I don't like to interrupt her. Okay. Now, that was kind of a hard one there, yeah. Number 13, the last fight was my fault, though. My wife asked, what's on the TV? I said, dust. That was it. Red Skelton's perfect thing for marriage. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy stuff. Some crazy stuff. I've got more. I think we got time for more stuff.
Yeah, we got time for more.
Oh, well, let's see. Let's see what we've got here.
I got the laugh track now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Better, baby. Gotta bring it in.
Looks like thieves in Denver, this is pretty recent, have run out of fun things to steal and shoplift because now they're taking doorbells. Yes, doorbells. This isn't a knock-knock joke either. If it were, it'd probably not be as funny as the real story, actually. Denver police are reporting a rash of doorbells, thieves in the area, specifically for the Ring doorbell. Though it is a pricey addition to yours, it's still seemingly obscure that crooks are deciding to steal these entryway surveillance items. According to police, it not only takes crooks a matter of seconds to steal the doorbell, which makes it easier and quicker than the old days when crooks would, actually break into your house. So the most recent theft was recorded by the homeowner as they watched the heist happen on the Ring video stream. Not only is the thief an idiot, he's a famous idiot now, thanks to the video streaming technology included with the doorbell. The police noticed that the owners should report any doorbell thieves within 6 months of them happening, which begs the question, why? Why would anyone wait 6 months to report a crime? 6 months seems like plenty of time for the thief to head to another town to take, who knows, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more entry rugs, mailboxes. We're assuming he's a small-time crook, So if you're an owner of a Ring doorbell, best thing to keep your eye on the merchandise, because it could be walking off faster than a thief could say, cheese. There's, what is that? What is that in the background?
That those Ring doorbells,
yeah.
Like it's got the video camera and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how they get a lot of these delivery guys. Either good,
stealing, yeah.
Either good or bad on how they deliver packages.
Yeah.
A lot of bad.
A lot of bad out there, yeah.
As they say, it's like nowadays, I think you got to get used to, like, for whatever job you have, you got to get used to that there's probably a camera on you at all times.
Oh, yeah, there's a camera everywhere now.
Camera everywhere.
And this man went to McDonald's. He'll have another 3 and another number 3 with a side order of jail. Long story short, if you're a crazy homeless man, you'll probably fit right in over here in St. Petersburg, Florida. This happened. A city ordinance requires restaurants to not freely distribute straws. Customers must request them. So this makes the proliferation of the trash straws, which are harmful to the oceans and environment, less readily available. Simple enough. Want a straw? Just ask. You can have one. Well, this apparently was too much for a 40-year-old Daniel Tyler. When he found out he had to request the straw, he decided it was in his best interest to assault a female McDonald's employee. As you can imagine, it didn't work out so well. Typically, McDonald's are reserved for people who want a quick bite to eat, not a few rounds of fists thrown in their face. The fight was filmed, turned into what do you call it? The video that goes all over the place.
Viral,
that's a viral video, and viewed over 4 million times online. Oh, and by the way, he was arrested.
Yeah.
And they had the video, and he grabbed her, and by the shirt, and she is walloping the hell out of him over the counter, trying to get away. Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So, of course, you're the lame brain. Idaho man calls in a school bomb threat and forgets to turn off his caller ID. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. The Uber stories that makes you cringe, cry, or laugh. The horrible thing about Uber is the exact same thing. In Oklahoma, a nice city, also home to teens who robbed a bank and called Uber for a getaway vehicle. Not only is it true, it happened it happened, as you can imagine. Didn't work out the way the criminals had hoped. Thankfully, the Uber driver showed up on the scene, saw that there were police cars everywhere, and realized, the robbers wanted me to help them get away. Before they get in the car, they were arrested. Who knew that would lead up to such crap? In Virginia, it's for lovers, but also for blackout drunks, which is exactly what happened to an Uber customer. He was so drunk, he requested an Uber driver to take him home to New Jersey, which is 300 miles away, and also cost $1,600 to get there via Uber. Turns out he really did have to pay. Oh, it turns out he did have to pay for the fare and extra charges for all of the tolls along the way. So next time you're blackout drunk, maybe it's better to just pass out where you are. Well, at least it's cheaper.
Is that right? So like, he was passed out, and the driver's like, I don't care. I'm gonna keep going.
Whatever it was, he said he was coherent enough to dial Uber and get the Uber driver to pick him up and everything. And once you put it in Uber, it's there.
Yeah.
So he picks you up, slabbers into the back seat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever used Uber? Have you ever used those driving apps? No. It's easy. I mean, you can even see it coming on your phone. So I could picture him just hitting it, go, confirm, go, and then it comes by. And then, like you said, he just he passes out in the back, and he's like, well, he wanted me to take him to Jersey. He's up the turnpike, all the tolls. How much did it come to? $1,600?
$1,600 plus the fares and all the tolls.
And tip.
Yeah, right. 20% tip.
You know, the Uber driver's looking at that going,
I made my money. Now we go get a pizza at least.
Yeah, because he's up there, right?
Virginia. And in Virginia, there was a girl that was doing her thing, and by the thing, we mean shoplifting at Walmart. A great idea struck her. Hey, why not get an Uber driver to be my getaway car? Not a great idea for several reasons. The first being, Walmart security say she scheduled the Uber and get into the car. This made it super easy for cops to track down the vehicle and arrest her. Note to readers, if you're going to shoplift, maybe next time get a cab. No, I didn't say that. It was just written on here. Uber is nothing if not but convenient, especially if you're a gentleman from Connecticut. The Uber driver found a purse was left in his back seat and thought, hey, I should use the credit card in the purse to buy Viagra. What a stand-up individual he was. He really got excited. Unfortunately, it was a terrible idea. He was arrested and charged with theft, which cost him $5,000 in court costs. Talk about a little tense. So next time you need the Uber, remember, it's normal people doing the drive, and they could be super sketchy. Remember your purse. Don't call when you're shoplifting, and most certainly, don't pass out as a drunk. There we go.
That's right.
Bada boom, bada bang, bada boom.
That's right.
That was the light side of this morning.
That's right.
I've got a serious one here, so I'll hold that for another day.
Yeah.
But there is one here, and this one it's lengthy, but this is the one that I love. There's 30 of them in a row.
Ooh.
And I can give you a little. I'll give you a pretense of a tease.
Ooh.
A tease. 30 plus surprisingly genius uses for WD-40 that you wish you knew sooner. And I'm going to use one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought I WD-40. I usually, what do you use WD-40 usually? Rusted screws, rusted bolts.
Yep.
You wait 2 minutes and it backs it out.
Yep.
Because WD-40 displaces water.
Yeah.
And if you spray it on something, makes it waterproof.
Yeah. How long has WD-40 been around? It's been around for...
Oh, it says what year. It says in an article when it started, but I don't know exactly where it is in this article. It's like 5 pages long in there. So, but the thing is, the main ingredient in WD-40, fish oil.
Is that right?
Yeah. And it is the truth.
Is that why it's got that smell?
I guess so.
I like the smell of WD-40.
And then what did they say? Why it's WD-40? Because that's how many times it took to get it to the right chemical. Yeah, WD-40. So 39, 38, 30. Oh, man!
Says it was introduced 1953.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, 1953.
Right. So, yeah.
67 years.
This is for all you northerners. We'll start with number one. I'll cross them out as we go along, and I'll just throw them at you a little at a time. People who live in cold areas know how frustrating it is to wake up early in the morning just to warm up the car and take care of the accumulated ice on the windows. If you face the same problem, then WD-40 can help you with simply spray down each window and clean the excess product off, which is this is just a simple hack. There'll be no ice on the windows, and you'll go to sleep a little more easier that night. I never knew that. I wish. I growing up, up in Connecticut, all the snow and everything. I used to get 2 pieces of cardboard.
Yeah.
And I used to work at a place that was working nights.
Oh yeah.
And you get up early in the morning. I mean, you finish your shift 7 in the morning, and so your car's been out there all night, and you worked all evening, and then you got to get in that car, but with 2 pieces of cardboard. And if you get long enough ones, you get them and you close your doors, boom, so the wind don't knock it off.
Yeah.
Boy, does that save a lot of work.
Yeah.
And there's another trick. If you live and it's just snowing and it's that flaky snow, that light snow, you know what the best thing? A leaf blower.
Yeah.
You blow it right off. You know, never mind with the broom for all you. If it's not icy, it's just fluffy. Just blow it off with it.
If that was the case, you just use your wipers anyway because it'll get it off.
Yeah, I'm talking about
the whole car. Well, that's the thing too. It always felt like that was like what 1% of the snow that fall would always be the wet, sticky, icy. Craziness.
Snowballs.
Craziness.
Snowballs off.
More AM Ocala Live coming your way. Coming to the top of the bottom of the 10 o'clock hour. Back after this.
News. I'm Chris Foster. The latest unemployment report shows more Americans than last week being laid off.
We actually came in at 898,000 claims for the week that ends October 10th. The continuing claims came in at 10.018 million. That is a little bit better than expected. Since the pandemic, about 64 million claims that have been filed since mid-March.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni. A New York Post story about files from Joe Biden's son Hunter's computer is blocked from being shared on Twitter.
GOP lawmakers accusing the company of censorship. CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted, "Our communication around our actions on the New York Post article was not great, and blocking URL sharing via tweet or DM with zero context as to why we're blocking, unacceptable."
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. Joe Biden and President Trump hold separate televised town halls tonight, with the scheduled debate between them canceled because the president wouldn't do it remotely. America's listening to Fox News.
Wouldn't it be great if everything came with more? Like if your new computer came with unlimited tech support. When you choose a Medicare plan from United Healthcare, you get more. Like plans that have dental and vision coverage, plus hearing coverage. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-364-1360 to get Medicare with more. Remember, Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th.
Benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. More plans based on a year-over-year comparison of United Healthcare plans.
Walgreens has always been there to help make your health care easier. From making sure you have the prescriptions you need to answering any questions you have about them. Now, we're here to help make Medicare easier too. Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans, including United Healthcare, which can mean copays as low as $0 for you. Talk to a Walgreens pharmacist today. Walgreens, we make Medicare easy. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs when enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Walgreens accepts other plans.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Help prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds, and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
WOCA, putting the local back into radio.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
When it really counts, depend on the Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 87 to 90, partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then Friday, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the area and a high of 86 to 88. Saturday will be mostly sunny, high on Saturday 86 to 88. Then Sunday will have a blend of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. High on Sunday 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Is the internet driving business to your business? Hi, I'm Michael Warren with Brick City Interactive. At Brick City, we've been putting the web to work for businesses since 1998. We want to help you too, whether you're a real estate office, law office, medical office, manufacturer, retailer, a church, even a radio station like WOCA. We love to help businesses grow, and we have the knowledge and experience to make it happen. We offer professional, affordable web design, mobile responsive websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing, web video and promotions, online advertising, and more. Whether it's time for a redesign or whether you want to kickstart your existing website, let us help. Mention WOCA and we'll give you a free, no-obligation search engine optimization report for your website. This free report will give you practical steps to increase your search ranking. It's our gift to you from Brick City Interactive. Call us today at 352-351-1131 or visit us online at brickcity.com.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't make promises we can't keep. We'll be there on time, every time. We promise to work around your schedule and not ours. And we won't charge you overtime for nights, weekends, or holidays. So remember, if water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing, 237-2888.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 87 to 90, partly cloudy tonight, low 72 to 75. Then Friday, look for a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in the area and a high of 86 to 88. Saturday will be mostly sunny, high on Saturday 86 to 88. Then Sunday will have a blend of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. High on Sunday 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
WOCA. Ocala. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA. Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.